Reclaim13 is making Chicago proud. Their mission to end child sexual exploitation and human trafficking. Many might see this as an international issue, but Chicago had over 200 arrests related to human trafficking just this year. Reclaim13 is gearing up to host their annual gala with the goal of getting more Chicagoans involved to provide a safer environment for kids. Joining me here this morning is Cassandra Ma with Reclaim13. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So first of all, let's talk about the name Reclaim13. That number is significant. What does that mean?
13 is the average age in which a child is first inducted into trafficking. Of the children that we've worked with thus far, most of the children were trafficked actually younger than 13. And Reclaim is really our call to action to people, that everybody can be involved in helping children to reclaim this childhood that's been taken from them.
So in the intro, we mentioned that this is not just an overseas issue. Talk
Right.
about these kids. Who are these kids being targeted? And we're talking both in the city and suburbs.
Right, right. And I think people are starting to understand that this is something that happens right here. But the way that I think is helpful, most helpful to understand this, is that trafficking is really exploitation of the vulnerable children. And so traffickers pursue children who are vulnerable for a lot of reasons because of their dependency needs, and they capitalize upon that. So needs for attention, needs for love, and needs for care and protection are all the things that traffickers use. And before the child knows it, then she's been drawn into the situation that then becomes very scary.
We're looking at a graphic of sort of kind of the typical description of a possible victim. I also want to show everybody this second graphic. This is a number coming to us from the FBI. It says that 293,000 American kids are at risk of becoming victims. And Chicago is a top location for high-intensity child prostitution. What does that mean?
Right. So Chicago, because of its location, we're right in the middle of the country. We have our airports. A lot of trafficking can occur. A lot of kids can be moved around. Chicago is also it's a big city, so there's a lot of that big city action going on. So for a lot of reasons, and a lot of our conventions, a lot of reasons, traffickers prey upon children in these big cities.
So tell everybody about the mission for Reclaim13 and what are you hoping to do?
Right. So our mission is to end the cycle of sexual exploitation. So what we recognize in working with trafficked children is that way before trafficking, these children have a bunch of misfortune happening to them, including abuse and all sorts of family difficulties, which make them then vulnerable for trafficking. So we have prevention initiatives which deal with children, helping them at very young ages to understand what abuse looks like, to be able to self-identify as abuse victims. We also have healing initiatives. We operate Cherish House, which is a safe house for children between the ages of 10 and 21. We're very proud of that, being able to serve these kids, keep them safe, to help them to heal, get the therapies they need to be able to go on to lead productive lives as adults.
Such a hard topic to talk about, but very, very important. Cassandra, thank you so much for coming. I want to let everybody know that there is also a gala that is coming up September 30th. It is in Oak Brook. You can